Jeremy Crawford is leaving Wizards of the Coast. That is the big story that broke just an hour ago. Jeremy Crawford, 18 years at Wizards of the Coast, the lead rules designer of Dungeons and Dragons 5e, has decided he is leaving the company. This information comes from a report by Christian Hoffer, who posted it to Screen Rant. He also has the Above the Table YouTube channel here, so go check him out. He spoke to people at the company who confirmed that this was not part of a wider set of layoffs, and then also had an interview with the VP of Franchise and Product for the company, Jess Lanzillo. She stated that this was their decisions, talking about Crawford and Chris Perkins, who also recently left the company. According to Lanzillo, they just decided that they wanted to wrap this up. They wanted to get out the latest revisions, the 2024 edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and once that was out and it was settled, they would move on from the company. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to believe that she's not spinning it in some way, that they weren't forced out or anything like that. I'm not going to speculate that that's what happened. I think it's completely possible that they decided that they've been there for a long time, literally almost 2 decades for Crawford, and it was just time to move on. I would also add it could be that, well, they got tired of putting stuff out and the community bashing them for it, and they just felt like goodwill was so ruined to an extent that no matter what they did and how good-hearted it was, people were going to bash it, and they didn't want to deal with that anymore, which is also totally fair. So it's all speculation. At this point, all we know is we're being told that Crawford and Perkins both decided they just wanted to move on after releasing the latest revisions. In terms of who's going to be running the ship now, since they were so high on the totem pole, it's really still kind of up in the air. They've pushed 2 people into higher positions of power, but neither is taking on the full role that the 2 have left behind. So what they've stated is that more just normal members of the teams will have a greater voice at the table, which may be a good thing, but it could hurt in direction. One of the reasons that you normally have somebody who's kind of the guiding light on the ship is because they're the ones that make sure that the message and the direction is synchronized, that it all makes sense. When you have a lot of cooks in the kitchen, sometimes you're not making the dish the same way. Somebody wants something ordered and you put it out differently than the other one does. In terms of who those 2 people with more responsibility will be, it's going to be James Wyatt and Wes Schneider, both of whom have been parts of the D&D team for years. So they're coming in with plenty of experience and leadership under the 2 that have left. There's no official date yet for when Crawford will be leaving the company, nor has he made any announcement himself. All we know is it is scheduled to be later this month. Between Perkins and Crawford, they have over 40 years of experience. If you're wondering what this means for the roadmap that they previously shared moving forward, Lanzillo states that this will not be impacted at all because they had already planned this stuff out. They know it's coming, and over the last year, Crawford and Perkins were guiding the teams to make sure that they were set and ready to deliver what this roadmap was offering. So you should still get the books and the projects and everything else that they have claimed will be coming. And I can already see all the thumbnails saying Dungeons and Dragons is dead with fiery explosions and everything else, but we don't know anything. All we know is that these 2 people are leaving, and from what we're being told, they chose to leave, which could still be a bad omen to you, and it's completely possible that it is truly a bad omen, but it's also possible that it's not, and that the company is going to continue to go on, that the Dungeons and Dragons game is going to continue to be supported with new books and content and things like that. So I'm not going to be the person who talks about the end of the world every single video just because some things are changing. Could this be a bad thing? Yes. Could it also just be the natural passing of the torch? And we can hope that whoever gets the mantle next is going to deliver a quality product for the fans. Yes. And I choose to be on that side. I choose to be more optimistic rather than try to rage bait with a bunch of hate and negativity. But that's just me. If you like that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. But now it's time for you to share your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about this move? Are you surprised by it? Did you see it coming? Toss it all down in the comments, and of course, once again, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Even if you have nothing to say, throw an emoji down there as it helps with the algorithm. If you want to support me here on YouTube, consider becoming a member, or head on over to the Patreon where you can become a subscriber there as well. Thank you all, and until next time, good luck in your adventures.